Hello, everyone. Welcome to Project 24. I'm Adrian. I hope you guys are all doing well. We got quite a bit of an eventful last couple of days. We got the Super Bowl's finally decided. The Bucks. I predicted it. I'm not gonna lie. Give myself credit for that. I called the Bucks and Chiefs on Sunday afternoon for the game, for the games. I mean, and here we are. So hey, bet with your heart sometimes doesn't hurt to do that. So I went with my emotions on that one with the Bucks, and we got her going. So yeah, so what we got here, Chiefs and Bucks. We got a 3-point favorite for anyone that's into the gambling or wants to put bets on the game. It's a really tight one. So it's only 3-point coverage. Chiefs are favorites by 3, so you're not much to work with, but I mean, hey, anything's possible, right? You could either bet against the spread, do what you want, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Though I still think, I think the Chiefs are going to probably win, but hey, can't count out Tom Brady, man. Everyone thought Packers were going to win the other night, and he proved them wrong. Even though Brady had a really bad second half with those 3 interceptions, but he redeemed himself. That's all good, right? So he's going to go for a 7th Super Bowl, and he's going in his 10th overall. So gotta respect the goat. Gotta respect the goat there. But yeah, man, I can't believe Matt LaFleur. How do you single-handedly cost your team the game with that? Instead of going for 4th down, you just went for the settle for the field goal. Like that's such a slap in the face, especially to Aaron Rodgers. Like I mean, I've been pretty critical of him over time with how he carries himself. But like honestly, like sometimes I don't really blame him because he's stuck with a lot of these idiots and within the Packers organization. Fucking idiots, man. It's man, I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers now. I'm actually saying this, but I really do feel bad for him. I really do. I don't know if he's gonna leave. There was rumors after the game that his future with the Packers was really in the air, I guess you can say. I wasn't sure if he was going to be back, and now I'm hearing rumors that he's going to be back. So we'll see what happens. But in my humble and honest opinion, Aaron, if you're watching this, Aaron Rodgers, if you're watching this, man, I think you should go somewhere else. Maybe try to get a fresh start somewhere. With how good of a quarterback you are, this team is not accommodating you in any way to make you more successful on the field. I mean, you are who you are. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, but they haven't given you the right tools. You know, I know you have Devonte Adams, but I mean, you have one ring, which is good. Which I mean, not many quarterbacks have never won a ring. Some of the greatest of them never have. But if you really want to better yourself, I think you should go and you want to continue your legacy and win. I don't think it's going to be in Green Bay, my friend. It's a tough situation, man. I mean, it's it goes from years of just management, poorly managed teams, and poorly coached as well, going back to like the Mike McCarthy days, and now Matt LaFleur is an idiot. Guy's such an idiot. Just look at him; he looks like such a tool. But um, man, I feel like I got to feel for Aaron, man. And also, what I've kind of felt, another thing that kind of sucks for him too is that instead of drafting a wide receiver to improve his play or help him improve his play or help the team. Sorry, more improve the team. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, but to improve the team and their success, they go and draft a quarterback, which is basically going to be replacing him with Jordan Love there. Man, that's a big slap in the face. If I was, everything that he's done for that team, all the stats that he's like, arguably the best to ever put on the Packers uniform, and you just do that, like that's disrespectful. I kind of understand why he was upset. I was kind of shitting on him earlier, but I kind of taken the time to figure it out. Like, I mean, I would be upset too. Honestly, Aaron, if you really have it in you, go to another team that's got potential, it's got tools. Kind of, hey, do what Tom Brady did. Tom Brady knew it wasn't going to happen in New England anymore. They had nothing on the wide receiver except for Edelman. Not much on offense really anymore. Like, and at his age, he's getting older. He can't really carry teams like he used to. But no, I would definitely, if he's even considers it, I would do it, man. Team disrespects you like that so much, I would be sick of it too. Um, Now, mind you, I think I think a good fit for him, and I think a cool place to kind of end his career, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the last couple of years of his career. Go to San Fran, man. You're from the Bay Area, I mean, I think I've been hearing rumors about Jimmy Garoppolo being on his way out, possibly. I don't know if it's true. It's just rumors, just people talking, but I think Kyle Shanahan might be kind of sick of him, and understandably so. He's not been as good as he was supposed to be hyped up to. He's a good game manager, but he's not a guy who will go down the field with less than 2 minutes and will get you a touchdown. He's not. He's a good game manager, but he's not a clutch. He's not really clutch. So we'll see what happens with him. I mean, I think he's more of a systems quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo there. I think he's a systems quarterback. I think he would fit well in a system, maybe like a Belichick type system, or God, even Bruce Arians. But I mean, obviously Tom Brady's not going anywhere. But yeah, I think for Aaron Rodgers, I think San Fran would be a good fit for him. And he did originally want to get drafted. Supposedly, he did want to get drafted by them, and I think it was '05 his draft year. But they picked Alex Smith over him, and I heard he was pretty upset about that. And being from the Bay Area, being a kid growing up in the Bay Area, I can understand that'd be a dream come true. So yeah, hoping him. I hope he's considering any of it, because I mean, personally, I would definitely get out of that Green Bay shithole before it gets worse. Yeah, I mean, lots of quarterback movement gonna be happening this offseason too. Matthew Stafford confirmed he's not gonna be back next season with Detroit. They're gonna work out a trade to get him out, get him somewhere going. Deshaun Watson, that's a big one. Apparently, he's at the point now. He's at a breaking point with the Texans. He doesn't even care who the next head coach is. Like, he doesn't care. God, it can be um fuck, Vince Lombardi himself comes out of the dead and fucking coaches the team or whatever, and he still won't do it. He still don't want to be there. So it's gonna be interesting where he goes. The asking price is gonna be crazy ridiculous. Um, I know Miami was willing to give up Tua for him. I think it would obviously that's worth it 100%, because I mean, Deshaun's like a top 3 in the league right now, and Tua's great. Obviously, Tua's going to be a stud, but I mean, like it's a no-brainer, right? Training for an established quarterback as it is, I would give up a young one for sure, one that you kind of tanked for. It'd be worth it. So, but from what I'm hearing is that now Deshaun wants to go to the Jets. Like, the Jets, out of all the teams, you're complaining about Houston being a shithole and you want to go to the Jets. I don't know what possibly could be better with the Jets. I don't know. They're pretty fucking bad. I don't know. But hey, man, you do you, Deshaun. I'm so good be a big fan of you either way. But yeah, like I was saying just a minute ago about quarterback movements. Team that's going to be looking for a quarterback for sure is the New England Patriots. My Patriots, yeah, they're in a bit of a tough situation right now. They have a decent first rounder. It's not a high first rounder, but it's not a low first rounder. Kind of in between. It's kind of a weird spot to be in right now with, they still had a losing record, and they don't have a great draft pick. So I don't know. We'll see what Belichick has up his sleeve. I mean, he is Belichick, right? So he can make things happen. It's a lot of options though. Even like trade wise, there's a lot of options now. Because, excuse me. Now again, Deshaun Watson possible again. Very big long shot. I don't think the New England has the assets even to give up for a player like Deshaun, quarterback. I mean, like Deshaun. Even Matthew Stafford. I don't know if I'd. That's a bit of a risky one because he's getting older. I'd rather get someone younger, like Deshaun, or even I don't know if this is gonna happen either, but Dak Prescott in Dallas there. He's gonna go into the year, played on the franchise tag there until he got hurt. So he's either gonna go another year on the tag or he gets his money, or they trade him if they don't want to pay him, which is understandable because he couldn't. That ankle injury was really bad. I hope he's doing all right there, but you don't know if he's gonna be the same anymore. That was a really nasty injury, and yeah, you don't know, right? It's really risky to pay these quarterbacks because it could be they don't get hit much to begin with, but when they do get hit, they go down. So it's very very risky investing in quarterbacks. Look at the Eagles with Carson Wentz now. They're in a bit of a shitty situation with that. They can't even really move him realistically because his contract's so bad, and he's pretty bad himself now too. So yeah, it's a tough situation when you have quarterbacks, especially when you invest a lot of money in them. But yeah, I mean, even Jimmy G. I was saying earlier about the quarterback options for the Patriots, maybe trade wise. If no one else is available and there's nothing in the draft where they're sitting, just hey, why not? I mean, his contract's big, but again, he's used to Belichick's system. From what my understanding was, Belichick never wanted to trade him from New England there, because again, he knew he was going to be the next one, and man, I don't know, it. He thought he was going to be the next one, and he never. And Brady, from what my understanding was from insider info from I heard years ago, I don't remember these sources, but this is what I heard, and part of why the tension in New England started between Bill and Tom was again because Tom didn't want another guy behind him, right? Because he knew Jimmy G was going to be replacing him within the next few years, and yeah, I guess he felt threatened, and he basically demanded that they trade Jimmy G and Jacoby Brissett, who was the third string at the time. So he basically demanded that they trade both the two young quarterbacks to keep him. And obviously, Tom Brady's Tom Brady. He's going to get what he wants regardless. So, yeah, Bill had his hands cuffed on that one. And yeah, I ended up trading him to San Fran, and obviously the rest is history. Same with Jacoby. He went to Indianapolis there. He's done pretty good for himself there. I like Jacoby Brissett. I'm a big fan of him. I would be happy if they brought him back. Actually, not for anything. He was always really good. He's shown some potential in him. Obviously, very mobile QB. He can throw down the field, not bad too. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with Indianapolis though, because Philip Rivers retired. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting offseason for the NFL. And yeah, man, it's going all right there with all those QBs. Going to be a lot of changes this offseason for football for sure. A lot of quarterbacks going to be moving around. Yeah, I don't know. The Patriots are in a tough spot, but yeah, one thing I wanted to mention too, Bills Mafia. Keep your head up, man. You guys have a very bright future ahead of you. Excuse me, very bright future. Don't be discouraged by this. It's only going to get better from here. You guys have the right tools. You guys have the right. I mean, McDermott kind of made a couple of bad choices on decisions on Sunday night there, but he's a good coach overall. I really respect him. But no, Josh Allen is phenomenal. I've been a fan of him since they drafted him. To be honest with you, I knew he was going to be something really good. Took him a couple of years, but yeah, no, it took him a while to get his confidence up, and his decisions with the ball were a little bit bad at times when he was younger, a couple of years ago. But no, he's going to be one of the top QBs of this league for sure. But yeah, and also I gotta say, man, Bills Mafia is one of the most I've said this many times on Twitter, but one of the most passionate fan bases in the whole sports world. Like, I'm not even exaggerating that one bit. Those fans will wait outside in like minus 20 weather with like when it's like crazy snowing out to greet their team at the airport. They did that the other night when they came home from Kansas City. The fans were there at like 3 in the morning, like 3 in the morning. Like, fuck, man, that's amazing. Just to like greet them and like cheer them just from coming back after losing a game. That's I respect that. I respect any fan base that treats their players like, so well. It's hard because a lot of them are pretty bad as it is. But no, Bills Mafia, I'm telling you, it's guys, you guys are keeping it real down there, and you're gonna do great things. This team's only getting better, and just keep on just building around Josh Allen, and you got good wide receivers now to complement him. You got Diggs and even Cole Beasley, who was more, in Dallas, he was more of a fringe wide receiver. He uh, he was more of a fringe wide receiver down in Dallas. He was kind of like, he wasn't really their main guy out there, but he's come to Buffalo and has made it his own, and he's been very good for them. And I remember they took some heat for even signing him, uh, you know, for overpaying for him, if anything, is more of the words I was saying. But no, he's turned into something really great over there. So yeah, no, the Bills, you guys are Bills Mafia. You guys are doing some great stuff over there. I respect what's going on over there in Buffalo. You guys got a great team. Care about your Bills and gotta respect that. I gotta respect even as a Patriots fan, I gotta respect that. But yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been crazy times, man. But one thing I wanted to acknowledge, though, this is not really sports related, but I remember years ago, I used to kind of be opposed to the whole YouTube content creator thing. You can call it a career because it is a legitimate career now, and it's always been. But I used to always say like, "Oh, YouTube is not a real fucking job. These guys are fucking stupid and all that." But like, hey, I'll admit when I'm wrong. But no, I gotta admit, YouTubers. I've been watching a lot, way more YouTube lately than I ever have, and I spent now with obviously starting my own channel. Um, yeah, like I mean, it's I gotta say I was wrong. You guys, you know, um, it's a great content. I've seen some really good content on YouTube that you will not see on TV. A lot of funnier content, obviously, because TV has their own like the television has their own obviously standards, I guess, and things you can and can't say. But no, I gotta say I'm wrong, and I mean, hey, I think of it like this. YouTube is like just like television, but they're not maybe TV shows like you watch it on your TV, but it's a website. But you every just like every TV show, YouTube channels have their base viewers or even fans, if you want to call them, and a lot of them get paid a lot of money because again they get paid accordingly, right? And they never mind. It's good competition for a lot of these TV shows and a lot of these big networks because a lot of them have shitty TV shows and shitty content now that nobody wants to watch. And on it personally, even me too. Like a lot of these TV shows now are fucking crap. And it's like giving Hollywood a run for their money, which I'm kind of happy, but um, giving them a run for their money, and they're starting to run out of ideas as it is. That's why the sitcoms and everything is so garbage now. Hollywood's really, really dying right now, dying a slow death because you know, there's so much more competition out there now, and there's better content overall. Um, and I can't confirm this. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know, but I have a feeling that like a lot of these TV stars and movie stars that they hate the YouTubers because they're stealing a lot of their viewership and a lot of that. And YouTube's actually kind of become such a huge part of the internet. Um, I remember when I was younger and I was just learning about what YouTube was, like 2007, 2008. Used to watch all those videos, like the original like comedy, YouTube comedy, and before like the whole YouTube influencer thing started, and yeah, it was cool, like this just anyone could just post a video and just get like a million views if you can. If you get viral, it's pretty cool. But yeah, no, it's YouTube's really come a long way. Um, Even just in general, like YouTube, I've learned so much just from tutorial videos on YouTube. Just like fixing things on my car, fixing like things on my phone, or how to do this, how to do that. Like I gotta say, like I've really become accustomed to it now. Whenever I don't know something, or I can't figure something out, I just go to YouTube and I'm like, okay, how do I fix this? And it shows you a fucking quick 5 minute fucking video, and then there you go. So no, I gotta say I was wrong about YouTube for a while. Wrong about this website. A lot of talented content creators on there. Big community, obviously. I'm happy to be a part of. Definitely would like to kind of get more involved with the YouTube community more. But yeah, no, I gotta say I was wrong about that. I've just wanted to kind of get that off my back because for years I used to say that YouTubers were irrelevant, and like I do not think that now because they are. And another thing I've realized too, watching a lot of vlogs and watching a lot of podcasts, even, is that for them, me, like I have a job right now and I'm working on this. I want this whole thing, this Project 24. I want this to be my whole income. I love that. I mean, I'm just continuing to work on it, but a lot of these guys, this is like literally their job. Like they film the videos or they film their vlogs, and they do so much work. Like it's a lot of fucking work. I didn't realize till I started kind of taking more of an interest in these influencers and a lot of these content posters, content creators, sorry. And it's a full-time job in itself. Like you don't see it, but these guys work so many hours, and a lot of them edit their own videos, and like it's crazy. And it's pretty awesome to see though. And they obviously love what they're doing, and I respect that. I respect that. Even, I love doing this, talking about, things I love, especially sports. Sports is literally the only thing I'd have no problem talking about uh, over anything. Politics, no. Uh, other comedy and funny stuff, yeah. But no, I enjoy doing this, and so do a lot of these other influencers on the website and content creators, and uh, it's good to be part of a community like that. Even though this is just starting, I just started this page in September, end of September, early October. I feel like I'm a big part of the, well, not a big part. I'm not getting millions of views, but um, I feel like, I feel good. Like I feel like I'm doing something I love finally. Because it took me a very, very long time, a lot of crossroads in my life, and a lot of figuring things out, and a lot of soul searching, and I couldn't find it for so long since I left high school, and I thought I found it back then. But no, I found it now. This is what I love doing. I love uh, I love what I do now, and I'm so thankful. And even with COVID last year, being home for 4 months, excuse me, being home for 4 months, yeah, about 4 months without a job, and it's taking time, really reflect on myself, and I had to be better. A lot of things I had to change in my life, and I've said about these things before, and I really started to figure out like, hey, maybe try this, you know. And it was obviously Quinn. Uh, Quinn was with supporting me through this, and he was saying how he was gonna mentor me, and he's still mentoring me, even though he's not here on the episode with us right now. But he's mentored me in many ways, and it supported me, encouraged me, and I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for everybody that's made this possible too. I can't thank you guys enough. A lot of my friends and family even too that supported me on this idea. It was just sounded like something crazy because think like me, like I have no idea how to use any of like computer software. I'm like not tech savvy at all. People are like, "Are you sure you can do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I want to do this and I want to learn and I'm gonna continue learning because I'm far from perfect. Even with my content, I'm far from perfect. And I want to always be better. Um, but yeah, and so I just want to talk about that too. Very thankful to be part of the YouTube community, and hopefully the YouTube execs see this maybe and maybe give my video a share or something. Just kidding. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's good to be doing this for a long time. I didn't also for the longest time I didn't have the confidence to do this either. I didn't think, people would care what I had to say. And it's just good. It's just good to be, kind of not maybe have those thoughts in your head and just do what you want to do and just do what you love because you just don't know when God says it's your time to go. And no, you just fulfill your own legacy. That's what I tell everybody. Anybody that's listening to this that you want to be a content creator and you're just I don't know, maybe you just don't believe believe in your potential, I guess, or I don't know, I can't speak for that for them for people, or you just don't have kind of like how you were in my shoes before, if you just didn't feel like people cared. But you know what, deep down there will be people that'll care, and you'll build a base, you'll build an audience, and I'm still building my audience as it is. um just yeah, just don't worry, you can do it. If you're listening, future content creators, just get her done. That's it. Get her done. And that's it. If you really want to try it, hey. If you don't like it after a while, then hey, there's no one's forcing you. No one's gonna force you to keep going. Only you can decide that. Only you can decide that. Nobody else. Yeah, just want to get that off my mind for a bit. And yeah, I mean, today is also very sad day for the world as well. Today is the 1 year anniversary of when we lost Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. Oh, this one's gonna be hard. I just know it. Today was the 1 year anniversary of passing. Now let's just not forget too, but it wasn't just Kobe and Gigi that passed away. There were 7 other friends of theirs. They were all part of the basketball team, Gigi's basketball team. Some of her teammates were on there. So we lost Kobe, we lost Gigi. We also lost. We also want to remember the lives of Payton Chester, Sarah Chester, Alyssa Altobelli, Keri Altobelli, John Altobelli, Christina Mauser, and the pilot of the helicopter, who's Ara Zobayan. Hopefully, I pronounced that properly. I apologize if I didn't. But yeah, I still remember this so much from last year. I remember where I was, and this is going to be one of those things that people are going to talk about for years. Our generation, I guess, or people around my age group and above, they're gonna be one of those moments. Where were you when you found out? And I'll tell you where I was when I found out about Kobe's passing. I was at my old job. I worked at a retail store. It was a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and it was slow. Obviously, January post-Christmas rush. Retail's usually pretty dead, but yeah. So it was dead, and I was just walking down one of the aisles and just happened to check my phone, and my cousin Francesco, shout out to him if you're listening. He sent me a text and he was like, Kobe Bryant passed away. And my initial thought was like, no, that's not true. It's not true. It can't be. You know, one of those things where you got to check your phone twice. You just look and you're just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I had one of those. I'm like, no, that can't be. So I texted him. I was like, no, that's not true. You're bullshitting me. I remember literally saying you're fucking bullshitting me. And he said no, and he sent me the link, and it was TMZ, I think, reported it first. And I was a little bit skeptical because again, TMZ is a little bit sketchy with their news. But then right after I saw everyone else, all the other mainstream news stations started to pick it up, and I was like, okay, this is legit. And then obviously SportsCenter was talking about it, and yeah, everyone else picked it up, and obviously, yeah, everyone else picked it up, and I just, I can't believe it's been a year already. Just what that did for what his passing did to everybody. It brought the whole sports world together, not just basketball, but the whole, you know, all the sports. Everyone was talking about it. Everybody was talking about Kobe Bryant. You know, even every hockey team was like, everyone wished him condolences, and the whole sports world. I think the whole world as a whole, you know, we kind of were grieving together. Um, Especially us sports fans out there, that especially me growing up watching him play, and always dominate. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting against him a lot of the times because he was just, hey, I hated him. Like I don't mean this in any bad way, but as a player, I hated him because he was so good. But deep down, I always respected him, and I knew that I was watching someone so great like him. It was like an absolute privilege to see him play on the court for all those years. And excuse me. Um, I I don't know. I don't know how you can. He was so loved by everybody around him, even, you know, even his peers and the ones that competed against him always had respect for him. And man, I just can't. I don't know how it's hurt everybody. I'm even. I just feel so horrible for his family. And that day we lost nine people that were sons, daughters, mothers, grandkids. I don't know where to start. I'm just a glass case of emotions right now. But what made me respect him so much too was after the fact he passed away too. I mean, I always respected him, but after the fact was how everyone came out and spoke about how great he was. And excuse me, how great he was in so many ways. His Mamba mentality, his leadership on and off the court, his legacy as a ball player, um, and as a parent too. He was a girl dad, and he had 4 girls. And obviously, him and one of them were taken away. But just how I've just seen how he was with his family, and he was such a good family man, and someone that loved his family unconditionally like him. It's hard to come around nowadays. A lot of people, but I always that's why after that day I've always thought, like, just anyone around you, your friends, your family, just remind them how much you appreciate them and how much you love them. And tell them how much you love them, because you just don't know when their last day is. You don't know when your last day is. You just don't know. Nobody expected that. Nobody. I remember a few weeks ago I was talking about how his death really, on one of the episodes with Quinn, I was talking about his um how his death really inspired me in a lot of ways, and one of them was I remember saying is how his drive just to his drive and his influence, with, again, his mama mentality, which is such a strong influence, for me, and a lot of people around the world. That's always going to be his legacy, and how he always put in 150% in everything he did, from um, just playing high school ball, to the pros, college, to the pros. He just worked. That's all he did, and he was never. And one thing I always take from him, and always the greatest athletes, um, I really admire, is, again, they're never satisfied. Um, guys like him and MJ, even Tom Brady, LeBron, um, a lot of these guys, like even Sidney Crosby too, if you want to count him, Gretzky. A lot of them are never satisfied. Even if they win so many rings, they're always thinking about the next one. Um, they're always thinking about the next. They're always thinking about the next championship. They're always thinking about the next game, because that's the way you gotta be. You always gotta, if you want to be better, you gotta kind of have that attitude. That's why they're at the level that they're at, and where they achieved the things that they achieved, because they um they had that attitude where they were never satisfied, and they always wanted to be better than they were than the day before. And yeah, I learned so much, because his personality rubbed off the long way on a lot of people. But when you kind of learn more, and you kind of go analyze more, and you talk to the people around him, it was because he wanted to be the greatest, and he was one of the greatest. And that's what it's yeah, he yeah, he touched a lot of us in so many different ways, especially with his legacy. That's what we're all going to remember: his legacy, and his Mamba mentality, and how much he cared about winning. Um, you know, those are, you know, people like that are very hard to come around, especially athletes. There's a lot of athletes that they win their whatever, their Stanley Cup, they win their NBA championship, they win their World Series title, and they're just like, I'm not going to say they're all like that, because that would be a really bad assumption. and a generalization, but there's a number of them that are just like, I won my championship. Now I did what I had to do. Now I just take my foot off the gas a bit, and just cruise for a bit, kind of just chill for a bit. But no, people like him, they were thinking right away, the next year, the next ring. There's one picture, I don't know which year it was that he won, but I can't remember. It was 99 or 2000, I think, was when the Lakers won consecutive, I think, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong here. But there's a picture of him with the jacket, the nice big leather jacket, and wearing a hat, and he's holding the Larry O.B., I think, with a cigar in his mouth, and he's just staring at the floor, like he looks really, like, doesn't look satisfied, doesn't look happy. Because again, he had the Mamba mentality, where he wants more, never settles for what he has, always wanted more. And I can't keep on repeating myself here, but I really admire that about him. And he's greatly missed by the sports world, by everybody. Even you hear people talking about him that weren't athletes, that weren't basketball players, that weren't athletes, just like regular celebrities that were really close with him, and they would tell you that same thing, where all he wanted to do was win, and he's a great guy, he had a great heart, but when he was on that basketball court, he was mean, and for the right reasons. And it's I respect that so much. His influence and his legacy also touched and inspired a generation of athletes, because you look at a lot of the NBA players now, even just athletes in general, around all the league, around all the world, actually, even in Europe, you get a lot of the soccer players, everybody. They were influenced by Kobe for his Mamba mentality, and they never I'm telling you, he started a revolution with the Mamba mentality. He started a revolution that is never going to die, and it's going to be remembered for generations. And one thing too was, last January, I remember saying I really wanted the Lakers to win, just to get them that chip. And obviously they did, and I'm happy they did. It was the perfect year to do it. And unfortunately, I didn't see Game 6. The Lakers win Game 6. I was out of town. I was doing something, but I probably would have started tearing up. I probably would have started tearing up when I saw that. They did it. They overcame a lot. The Lakers, the 2019, 2020 Lakers, with COVID and a bubble. It's hard playing in a bubble when you're not around your friends or family, just your mates, and that's it, and the game. And I just remember thinking, being so happy for the Lakers. It couldn't have capped it off better than doing that for Kobe and Gigi, and for the Bryant family, and for all the friends and family that passed away. Sorry, for all the friends that passed away, also on the plane. Sorry, on the helicopter. Oh my God, mess right now. But I'm just wanted to touch that up, and how much it inspired me to do better, to be better. How my motivation started with this, and again, just strive for something and just go for it. Doesn't matter who you are. if you stick your mind to something and you keep your mind focused on something, you can do absolutely anything in this world. And I really mean that. Anybody can do anything. And Kobe really influenced us in that way too. Anyways, this is all the time we have. I'm Adrian, and this is Project 24. And rest in peace, Kobe and Gigi. We love you.